All right, bang, bang. It's the Rundown from Chicago. It's Wednesday, September 21st, presented by a sponsor I'm very excited for. Very excited for Puttery. Do you guys know about Puttery?
Tell me about it.
Puttery.
Talk to me, Ed.
Okay, Puttery. Yes. Puttery is an adult playground. It's a 21-plus bar and lounge with great cocktails and food and a golf course experience. And that puts you the childhood of your mini golf to shame. Puttery is currently in D.C., Dallas, and Charlotte, but will be opening 35-plus cities in the next 2 years. There's going to be one coming in the West Loop.
Oh, I like
so
that.
For the Chicago people watching, there's one coming. I just did 36 at Novelty last week.
I mean, the way you say that is a little.
36.
Yeah,
You know what you're doing. You had a smirk as it came out. You were close.
I did, though.
You
I
were
did.
close.
No, I really love mini golf, and now it's like relevant because the Barstool mini golf, I don't think that's finished airing yet. But this is a great idea.
Yeah, it is.
Have some drinks, go out. It's a like
What about a
putt
group
is.
date?
It's one of the-
Get a couple of girls, couple of boys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
like,
a perfect spot.
That's one of those things
Yeah.
that it's like I never understood why I stopped doing it, and now like Puttery gives me an excuse to go back. I did play against you in Hartford, Connecticut, over by the
Yeah, I
airport.
won. I beat you in Tom's ass.
Yeah, I had to buy ice cream for the fellas,
Yeah.
so as part of that,
That's great.
So
We
it's
played
a great-
cash
Oh, so you're
games.
Yeah.
gambling illegally.
I came in second.
No, it was a prize. And I had to fund the prize.
It was so regardless, Puttery it's a very good idea.
Yep.
But mini golf, I'm very bullish on. I think there's going to be
A comeback.
I don't even know if it's dead, but I think there's going to be a renaissance.
I believe it.
I watched a YouTube video once of some. There's like a professional league.
I
You know that?
gotta tell you, it's another one of those things that pops up on my TikTok, and I always watch.
Yeah,
I always watch. I don't know why, but it's like there's no way this guy's gonna make this shot.
Yes.
And then he does. It's
pa-
amazing.
I am passionate about mini golf. So I'm not very good though. Whether you're on a date, out with a coworker, or just a night with friends, come to Puttery for an adults only experience that's anything but average. Which is adults only is nice. You know, you don't want to be stuck behind a kid who's fucking 12 putting.
Yeah, that's
tough. So if you're looking for another great event as well, Puttery has private rooms and courses to fit your corporate outing, birthday, or just a big night out with your squad. With larger-than-life themed courses, craft cocktails, and creative kitchen, Puttery is for anyone who's sick of settling for just another night out. I can't read today. Each themed Puttery course is specialty cocktails only available while you play. Puttery is redefining golf etiquette. Make a reservation or learn more about Puttery at Puttery.com and IG at Puttery Official. Don't worry if they aren't in your city yet. They will be soon. Visit Puttery.com, make a reservation, book an event, and see when Puttery is coming to your city. All right, first topic here. Aaron Judge hit number 60. A 20-year-old kid caught it. He gave it back
I fucking hate this
because
kid's
he
guts.
said that Aaron Judge has done so much for the organization. White Sox Dave, why do you hate his
Wait
guts?
until he bounces on you. If Steve Cohen offers him $1 billion, then we'll see how much this kid likes him. This kid should have held that ball hostage for every cent on the
Did you
planet.
see how much they said it was worth?
No, I did not see that.
It was like $500,000 on the low end.
For I don't understand.
Aaron Judge. I
I
was talking
believe
about
it,
this.
though, dude. Yankees.
Yeah, 60. That's
61 is 61 was like 2.5, and then 62 they said could be like over 5.
Yeah.
He's gonna hit it.
Well,
Like,
we're also at peak memorabilia.
Exactly that
What?
too. We
Yeah.
talked about that with Jake a little bit last week,
It's
but
huge now.
so I saw the kid walking out of the clubhouse with like bats and signed baseballs and merch. Fuck that. Aaron Judge, if he were an upstanding citizen, he'd at least like pay this kid's college tuition or something.
The kid should have put the ball in escrow. He'd be like, if you re-sign, then we can come back to the table. Put the ball in escrow.
There you go.
I think that's a good idea.
These kids are fucking losers.
Yeah.
I hate their
And I
guts.
was a bit
I hate them.
hesitant because I know they're young enough and like I don't want to put it, like you can't go. You
But-
can go hard at them about giving the trade, and that's really stupid. But I was thinking, like, man, how mean can we really be about these kids? Because they're young, it's influential. You do want to get back to them that, like, oh, you're the biggest fucking losers. But their buddies outside that
dude,
circle are ripping on
But
them
Carl,
too, right?
I would hope
were,
so.
But you were in this situation, right, where you were just like so
No.
blue-eyed
No.
and bushy-tailed at fucking bright-eyed and bushy-tailed at like baseball and like sports and like he's done so
These
much.
guys, they're like 22.
They're a little too old for that.
Yeah.
I know. They are. I agree. But
Like they're old enough where the parents can't be mad; they can be disappointed. Like if you were a younger kid, if you were like 16 years old, like the dad be like blowing his mouth. Like, you did what? But these kids, like They look like Fordham students. Is
And
that fair?
I
They
heard
have a lot of Fordham
They
kids
do.
walking
They
around
do.
this
They
company.
do.
They very much
Yeah.
like Fordham students.
It's just one of those things where it's just like, well, I don't. First of all, the numbers for those balls, the memorabilia, make no sense to me. I don't know what is spurring this memorabilia. But it's
God,
like
that's
that
a great
record.
point.
That
You did it-
record
I don't know,
is
like the art collection stuff. It's probably similar with that too. It's an easier way to like distribute wealth. And
Okay,
I
now
don't
you're
know.
now you're
There's
making
something
sense.
into that.
Let's move on.
Like,
I'm moving on from that point then, because that makes all the sense in the world to it. It's like a tax shelter thing, fine. But these kids, like, just fucking like they think they're trying to like they want a pat on the back for being a good person.
No.
Like, no, dude. Like, that's not what this is. But I remember hearing about this one time. Like, where millennials and people younger, they would rather get a compliment from their boss than a raise. They just want like attaboys, and as Dave would say, and this is like a microcosm of that attitude where it's just like, I just want to be known as like a good person. You're known as a fucking idiot. That's it.
What would your dad do if you caught that ball and gave it back for a couple?
He would just like shake his head, like he wouldn't.
My dad would slit my throat.
I think he would
I'm
just
actually
look.
going to see him this afternoon. I want to ask him, and I'm going to ask him to be very sincere what he would do and say to me.
You want to bring him in the studio so we can all ask
No,
him?
absolutely not. That's not allowed.
You know what though? That's a great point about Fordham students because we have our own Fordham crew here. You know,
How many? It's like 3 or 4,
No
right?
shots. I mean, sorry.
Tommy
There's no
Smoke,
shots. Love
Spider,
Tommy.
Jack Mack.
Spider, obviously
That's
great.
that's
I'll tell you
KFC
what.
too,
Effective
right?
guys. Very effective. I'm sorry. That was a
No.
low blow.
I'll tell you what though. If,
true,
if,
though.
if Tom Scabelli in a different universe, if Tommy Smokes never exists, he doesn't get a job at Barstool. Tom Scabelli gives that ball back.
Oh,
100%.
I
100%.
I think so.
100%.
I'm
But
not-
he's negotiating like spring training passes and like a road trip, like seat at the buffet table. On,
Hey,
like, Saturday
Tommy,
morning in
I'm not
Minnesota.
endorsing that. I'm not co-signing that.
I
take.
kind of want to call him and ask him if he would.
Do it right now.
do it.
Here, put him on FaceTime.
I mean, also, to my understanding, Smokes is a guy who like traveled on the road with the Yankees.
That's what I'm saying,
Would,
like,
like hang out
Smokes-
at the team hotel and stuff when he was a little kid. So that's a different level. Nobody here was doing that.
On a kind of tangent right there, I've noticed Tommy Smokes has a lot of Frank the Tank in him about the Yankees, and it always makes me laugh.
Like they're
Yeah, he goes in on them hard. It's pretty funny.
like he's a bizarro Frank.
Kind of, yeah.
Hey Tom.
Smokes.
Eddie, what's up?
Hey, I'm on the rundown. I got a question for you.
Yes.
All right, so listen to this. If you never make it to Barstool, right, and you are just Tom Scabelli, a 20-year-old kid who goes to Fordham, which did exist, and and you're with your crew, Spider, Jack Mack, do you give that ball back like that kid did yesterday?
Hell no. I never am giving that ball back.
See, I
right.
disagree. I think Tom Scabelli, non-Barstool Tommy Smokes, gives it back. He's just a nice boy.
No, here's the thing. Tom Scabelli has always been a selfish guy. I always look out for numero uno. I'm always my number one priority. Look, I love the Yankees. I love Aaron Judge. Obviously, now I have a lot to bargain with. But even back then, because I remember the guy, I think Christian Lopez, whoever, caught the Jeter 3000 hit ball. I was like, he did not do a good job negotiating. I would eventually give it back to him, but I would make sure that I was getting myself some good deals. I might, like, at that point, honestly, if I was a journalist, I would have demanded lifetime credentials, or I would have asked for a job in the front office. Maybe.
Whoa, those are that's
That's your bargaining chip?
Hang up on him.
I got the ball. I want to go to
Get
work
him out
for
of
you.
here.
On lifetime credentials.
Let
Let me come to your stadium to wear a
sit in
shirt
the
and
press
tie.
box.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jesus.
stick a fucking microphone in.
No, I'm not a loser. This is what I would do. Huge loser stuff.
Yeah.
Biggest loser moves you could imagine.
I'm getting that ball appraised.
Tommy just can't escape himself. Tommy, I love you, but Jesus Christ.
I can't really hear you guys, but I hope you're saying nice things.
Thank
We're
you, Tommy.
not, Tommy.
Oof. Somehow he made that work. I like had his back, and then I thought I was justified, and now I
No,
feel
dude,
like
Tom Scabelli was a different cat. Like, do you remember that when he was alarmingly stupid Tom?
Oh, I
like-
remember the clip, but like that.
It's a different guy.
That answer right there was genuine. I'd ask for lifetime media credentials.
Yeah.
That's,
What?
That's even worse than.
What would
getting
you
a
ask for? Do you have
baseball
anything
bats.
before we move on? Sorry.
I mean, other than cash.
I'd like to be in Billy Crystal's sequel to 61.
And what position would you play?
I haven't
Bullpen
seen it
catcher?
really.
I would
No,
just like,
you would be the
I would
bullpen
like to,
cop.
I would like to play myself as the kid who caught the ball, but I'd probably be too old. I think that's a good ask.
That is.
Yeah, I mean, you think
I
Bill?
mean, it's
I
very
mean,
specific.
but
Please
here's the thing.
recognize the specificity.
Who did he
first.
gave the ball back to Judge, correct? And it's not going off to Cooperstown or anything because I haven't dug
I
into
haven't
it
It should-
seen that. I
He
haven't
should
seen
bring
that.
it straight to Sotheby's and just
Well,
start an auction
Aaron
house.
Judge is staring down the barrel at a gazillion-dollar deal this year. Aaron Judge can fork up $500,000, whatever number it is gonna be, no problem.
Yeah.
In like 2 months, 3 months, whenever he signs. So hold out, and if Aaron Judge wants his ball that
It's a
badly,
fascinating conversation.
I
It's a
wish we could
fascinating
go back to
conversation.
like 7 years ago where no one gave a fuck about memorabilia.
We make fun of these.
I
kids
mean
when
that this is a pretty fucking
Yeah,
Why-
historical-
why though?
people would
Why?
have cared about this regardless.
Yeah.
though.
Why?
It has nothing
Because
to
this is equivalent to
that number
whatever.
in baseball is a very
Sosa's
very
like
important
I mean this is all.
It's all that record
he's
is
taking-
not. What
How
it
many people have
was.
ever hit 60? Maris, Bonds, Ruth,
Mantle?
Sosa.
Mantle,
Sosa.
Because
Sosa,
he's the
McGuire.
first clean player since Maris to be in the
And they've-
conversation.
people say
I
that-
think that's a big assumption to say that he's clean too. Like,
Yeah,
I
a lot
think-
of people say
oh
that he
my
was like
God.
no, that's true. That is a true thing.
Talking about.
People say that he
This
took
topic-
steroids.
No,
This
you know what?
topic
Yeah,
started with-
no one's cheating in baseball anymore.
No one said that. No one said that. No
Oh, you're
That's-
talking about Judge?
one
That's
said
why I
no
think
one's
it's
cheating. I
it's
just said
that's
Aaron
why
Judge is
What'd you think he
he's
was
like
talking
the
I
about?
thought he was talking
first-
about Maris.
I've never heard
Because
that.
people do
I,
say that.
but like
Maris-
it's because no one wants to
Yeah.
talk about it anymore. But I
Right.
guarantee, like they're always going to be cheating. That's just the way it is. So it's like now it's like, oh no, the game's clean now. I don't fucking
all right,
care.
save it for Tuesday.
Yeah.
Next topic here. There's a source that says Arizona State coaches were leaking team information to opposing coaches because they wanted Herm Edwards fired. Chief, we'll start with you.
I mean, this is like Julius Caesar shit.
Yeah, this
Just
is
pass
awesome.
the knife around the room, stab your guy in the back. Like this is unbelievable. I think all those guys who are doing that, their names need to be released and they have to be like blacklisted forever. Go coach high school. Like that's fucked up. You can't sell out the other 85 guys in the program plus 100 guys, whatever it is, support staff, everything, because you don't like the head coach. Wait till after the year; they'll get fired anyways. He
But
hasn't
what
done
if they
anything
think
there.
it's better for the program to get rid of Herm?
That's
What if they
not-
think it's in the best interest of the program?
It's
and
not.
In the guys come together and they're like,
I think
you know
that's a
what?
fair.
No, it's not.
You know what?
If you
We're
have
in a better spot because Herm's holding us back. Maybe
No.
Herm's saying, hey, we're not going to scheme that up,
That's
or I don't
crazy.
like it when
That's-
we do this.
What about the kids who were trying to get drafted and they're seniors are putting their game on tape, and then it's like, well, it's like these guys knew what was coming. Well, it's like they
Sure,
fucking
but
did.
I'm offering up the other side to say, if the coaches were willing to do that, doesn't that speak to the level of incompetence of Herm Edwards, or do you think it speaks more to the maliciousness of the coaches?
The maliciousness
group
of the
them,
coaches.
the group of them coming
Yes.
together and saying, we're going to take Herm down."
Blacklisted,
Okay.
dead forever.
I mean,
I think it's a
there's-
bad act, but I think there's certainly the motivations there where they're trying to do the best for the team. You're an assistant football
Quit.
coach.
Quit. If you're
How does that put the team in a better spot if you quit?
if you
If
have
you're an
a,
assistant
if you
coach.
have a full scale public mutiny, being like, hey, I can't work for this guy anymore. If it's to that point, that is better than just being like, here, hey, opposing team, here's our fucking game plan, and like you just sell all those kids down the river. Fuck that. That's bullshit. I know you don't even think that.
It's hard. No, it's hard. It's hard because there's kids involved trying to make it to the next level, but like it is very hard to give an opinion, I think, without actually knowing what's going on in that fucking university.
They were hired by Herm. They agreed.
I understand.
I
understand.
And
But
if
like,
you don't like what
But
the
that's just not how the world works. Like
this is how the world works.
like
What you're saying?
like
this
you're saying
alternate
that like
universe?
well they were hired by Herm, so
They
like
were
they
hired
can't.
by
They,
Herm.
they just
Are
can't.
you just playing devil's advocate?
Yes, 100%.
Okay.
Because I think it's just
I
easy to
think
say like
that's
of
fair
course,
to
but I
do.
mean I do think it's interesting that a group of coaches acted together. On
I
this.
think there's
If
a
it was
real
one guy.
I think
okay.
there's a real devil's advocate argument here. Like, look at, I mean, compare it to our terms. Like the Tressman like Emory, that set back the organization. Like that.
With
if you,
Aaron Cromer? Is that
yeah,
what
like
you're
if you're
talking
sitting there and you know like this is just not working and you're like literally just doing and you are digging a deeper hole.
All right, but wouldn't if you were hired by Herm, these are not guys who just came in fresh off the street this year. You know that through 2 games. You've been there probably for 3 years. You could have left in the summer and been like, hey, like I got to go to Bowling Green or some shit.
What if he got
'cause
worse this
isn't
year? Though?
working.
What if he was just a different Herm this year?
No,
They're not.
you know
good.
that's not. They've never been good. They've never been
Whoa,
good
whoa. Jake the Snake Plumber has a
under
like
Herm.
that word.
Brock
Under-
Osweiler 6-0. Didn't
For
they?
Arizona State.
Remember that? They started 6-0 and
Phil
then they went
Mickelson,
6-6,
92
I think.
PGA winners in AM.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
right.
okay.
Arizona State has not. I had a brain cramp when Notre Dame was playing Cal and they had Jack Plummer, and I was like, I can't believe they're playing against Jake Plummer's kid. Not his kid, but like that was the last time Arizona State went to the Rose Bowl. It's the last time they won anything. Like, they're not a good program. They weren't good under Herm. I thought the hiring of Herm was stupid to begin with. I'm sure there's Twitter receipts on that, but it's just. This is not it, and I know what you're doing, and it's fine.
I think it's for
fine.
purposes of conversation to
I don't think you do know what he's doing.
I think he's
I
playing
think it's
devil's advocate.
Yeah.
And I think you are being serious, which
No,
I'm
I know.
disgusted
Hold on a
with you.
second. I'm more open-minded on this. I'm not close-minded that
You're
these
more
guys should all be
more
like
open-minded
marched out.
about truly snake behavior. That's a snake.
I don't think you're allowed to say it's true. I mean,
It
on
is.
its face, it's truly
You
snake
could have
behavior.
quit in the
but,
you could have quit
know.
in January and
It's
found other
America.
employment.
Let me talk to these guys. Let's get their side of the story.
In professional football, no, actually still college football, Eli Manning went undercover at Penn State to go and walk-on tryouts.
I always love those videos. They're fun.
Carl, we'll start with you.
Too old.
Yeah.
Too old. It works when it's when you can blend in. I don't know. There wasn't any moment where I was like, oh, this is working. Except for those kids probably wouldn't even fucking recognize Eli Manning, would they?
It felt like a skit
How long's
that
he
was
been out of the
written
league?
by
Like 5
Darren Ravel. That's
Come on, that's
where-
hard.
When did he
Wasn't-
retire?
What wasn't
5
he the
years
one
ago?
being like, oh, it's Tim Grady or whatever, when there was like Tom Brady was in disguise? Like, I don't know. It's just
Good,
like,
funny idea. Okay, execution.
Yeah.
Kids were
I
in
guess.
kindergarten when he won a Super Bowl,
ugh.
Wow.
right?
That makes me.
I mean, it would
Yeah,
be different if
07.
it
No,
was,
you're right. 07.
You know, like
yeah.
Kyler Murray disguised or something, or someone who could
They
fit
did this,
in at a walk-on
the
trial. He
seniors.
walked out there. He's fucking 6'4".
The seniors were in
A
kindergarten.
couple years ago, when Jared Goff was in LA, Red Bull did a video just like this, and he was walking on under disguise at a JUCO in California, and that one was way better because Goff was better at it. He walked up to the starting quarterback and just completely fucking blew him out of the water, and he walked up to the guy, he's like, "Hey, are you the punter or something?" And the kid was like, actually pissed. It was super, and they did one with Chris Bryant and
Chris Bryant did
and
one, yeah, it
Greg
was cool.
Maddux. That one
But
was
then,
funny.
like, the quarterback, he throws a couple throws. You're like, man, this guy's
Yeah.
really good. You hear the bat from Chris Bryant like one time. They're like, all right, who the fuck's this guy?
I'm also a big time sucker for the scholarship like reveal videos.
I do like those.
And that was at the end of the video, and I'm like, that's pretty cool. They gave that one kid the scholarship who looked like he was about my size. I mean, he did.
So what's the tie to Penn State with Eli Manning? Why is he
It's a
there?
good question.
That is a good question. I don't
Is
know.
it because ESPN is in the big deal with?
Big Ten.
I'm sure Franklin just reached out to
No,
him. And
No,
CBS just
Eli
did
has
Big
a
Ten.
show on ESPN now,
Yeah.
and that's what they were like
Yeah.
promoting it or whatever. And I feel like I don't know.
don't
ESPN's probably heavily in Penn State's pocket.
I
Someone
won-
look into that.
I wonder if that's the closest major program to where, if he's still living in New York, like in that area, like
Do you
Penn
think
State.
the UConn kids could use?
Yeah, I
boost
don't,
right
I
now?
don't, I don't
That's-
think it
that's a
hits
major
the same.
problem.
Right? I don't
That
think
one.
it gets the clicks if it's UConn
North
or
Central.
I would just say,
Rutgers.
Laura, if you have watched UConn play recently or at all this season, you will feel guilty.
It's not it's not good.
Yeah,
it is
it's
not good.
Next story here: Tom Hardy secretly entered a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu competition, and he took home the gold.
Guard pulling there. Oh, he's good. Oh, he's running a triangle, didn't he? What's a triangle, Tom? Oh, he's out. Nice. Nice. Knee on belly, 2 points. Nice. Oh, he's going to get the Kimura here. Go on, Tom. When you're on top of the head like that can he's finished. There's no way he's getting out of that. Oh, he's going for the armbar now. Nice. Oh, yes. Nice, Tom. Yes, Tom.
Dave.
Super cool. He's been doing this a lot lately. I'm a massive Tom Hardy fan. I think he's awesome just in all walks of life and one of my favorite actors on the planet. And like in what I always mix up the Fighter and Warrior. Warrior is a great movie. It's a MMA movie. He has an awesome American accent in it, but he looks like he's actually, in sports movies how they don't look like the actors don't look like they're have ever touched the whatever sport they're playing. Yeah. In that movie, you're like, holy shit, like he knows what he's doing. And here you go. There's a reason.
Give me your Bane voice real quick.
I can't.
Yeah.
Okay.
He should have been in our dude draft.
Oh, definitely.
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy.
I was gonna say I don't think I love Tom Hardy.
think he's a
I
dude?
don't think he would like me very much. I don't think he's the type of guy that would be
don't think
interested in like our bullshit
no.
or my bullshit.
Do you think
like
that?
any
Do you
of our
think that
bullshit,
makes
yeah.
him not a dude? That he doesn't like
No,
us?
he's definitely a dude.
I don't
He's
like
definitely
me.
a dude. I just think he lives just at
Yeah, I
such
hate
a
myself.
high level of dudeness.
Yeah.
Which, if you haven't listened, go listen to Snake Draft this week.
Yeah. Next topic here. There is a Brazilian sportsexual with 8 wives. A sportsexual, the definition of that is a straight man who is fragrance buffed, ripped, groomed, and selfie adoring.
This
Why don't you take this one, Ed? I don't really know what's
Thi-
going on here.
this like you could not have a worse collection of guys to talk about what's.
But I don't think
what was
who-
it? Sporn
But who at this company is
Sportsexual?
qualified to talk on this?
Dave
Francis.
Yeah,
Me?
maybe.
Why
Yeah.
me?
No, Portnoy.
Francis.
Oh,
I mean, I think the easy answer is like 8 is far too many, right? Like that picture was just with them laying in bed.
8 girls.
Yeah.
and he has a sex schedule to keep them all satisfied.
So this is like he's like a
And they demand that he's in perfect shape.
bizarro Dan Bilzerian. Hates so many. Like think of just how hot you'd get in that bed. Like how it'd
that's
be like
Oh my
it'd be
gosh.
really tough to just even be comfortable. Like you're
It
not
would.
having like 8. You're not having a good life.
One's too
It
much.
would. Yeah, I don't know. Sports sexual. If that's your thing, go check this guy out. Last topic. There's a Canadian high school who backed the trans teacher's decision to wear enormous fake breasts. Chief.
I was hoping like you would just skip over.
I mean, listen. I think there's a way to talk about this here.
Well, it's an age when kids love just really big tits. I was a point,
Those
the
no
bigger
no
the
no no
better.
no no no.
How
no,
big
no,
are
no,
they?
no, no,
These
no.
They're
like
like-
these are like
They're stupid.
Yeah.
Oh,
clown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's just
It's not like this is not a. I don't like the transsexual thing. Who cares? Like that's not even part of the conversation. There's a lot of women who have breasts that are this big, and it's like you see them go.
Did you look at the picture?
I know, but
breasts?
I shouldn't say a lot. I don't know the proper terminology.
Just say tits.
Tits, but
sweater
you know what I
hands,
mean.
wrapped.
There are like you see
What
that.
do you say when you're not on the microphone? We were not recording a show right now. There's
think
no
there's-
way you would have said breasts.
There's not like a
Probably
good
the
word.
first time I said in the last
there's,
5
memories.
years.
there's not a good word for them. Like tits is too much.
I love
Hooters.
that word.
boobs feels in like Hooters boobs are like immature. Like there's got to be a better word.
Yeah, but
think
listen,
Rex great.
you regardless,
okay.
there are women who go viral all like, I'd say kind of frequently that have tits this big.
Like that?
No, come on, man.
Viral women. With
This
big
is like
tits?
Guinness Book of World Records tits.
I
These
know
are like
that's but like
double,
that's what
triple
I'm saying.
Zs.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, it's just too much.
What do you mean though?
So hold on.
So let's assume you're right. Say there are a lot of women with big jugs that go viral,
Not a lot. I shouldn't say a lot. I apologize.
but it's not
But it
uncommon,
happens.
or you're not surprised. You're saying
I'll say
I'm
this.
not
It looks like she's
surprised.
got nice slender thighs in this pic.
that's what I'm talking about, Dave.
For
There
being
you go.
honest.
Now, what?
Those fucking nips could cut glass though.
I
mean, how do you? Here's a question.
Okay.
How are you supposed to focus on whatever the fuck this teacher's teaching, math or science or whatever.
Woodshop.
With those-
You lose a fucking finger.
But
Preparing
you're
you
right,
for the
though.
future, man. I could have used a couple sexual distractions at a young age. to
Look
kinda
at this
prepare me
picture.
as I
She's
got
like
older.
resting her arms on her tits.
But you are right though. Like this is like Ripley's Believe It or Not. That's
Yeah.
what I'm talking
My
about.
buddy's
where
dad
you see
was on
these.
that show.
I think I'm with.
Shout out to
I
your
can't
buddy's
believe I'm
dad.
saying this, but I think I'm with the Canadian school, high
Actually,
school.
was.
The high school?
Yeah, like you want to have giant fake prosthetic tits, is what it says here, and teach woodshop. As long as you're a good woodshop teacher, I think it's fine. Fucking
Yeah,
cares.
this is probably a legal question if they even have the authority to tell her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know
there's-
Canadian law, but you would get big time canceled if you did that here. At
What do you
least.
mean?
If you
He's-
said, "Hey, you can't teach her because your tits are too big," to a transgender person, you would get in a lot of trouble. I would assume, right?
What if there was a school where they're like, you have to have tits?
But here's the other. Can I say
like
something?
only like
You might need to
Hooters
cut this
accept-
one, Tom. I got something to say.
Say it, Dave.
She has tits that size, so people bitch at her for having tits that big, so she can bitch at them for bitching at her.
He's onto something with that.
Unconfirmed, but possible.
That's exactly the reason.
You-
Come on.
those are shock and awe tits.
Yeah. You don't get tits
They
that
are.
big
That
unless
we
you want
literally
people to
said
stare.
they're Guinness Ripley's Believe It or Not tits. That's what
Yeah,
we said.
but like the way that he phrased it turned the whole
Oh,
conversation.
you're making it negative. I think she's positive about her body. I think she wants to have
Nope.
those big
She's-
tits.
She does.
And if
She's
you're-
not
she
having those-
she wants it to
those-
be a discussion point.
Those
You can have-
hammers are not there to incite negativity.
Yes.
Those hammers are there to incite inspiration and motivation.
Not
and
inspiration.
fucking
She
get
wants
those
people
kids
talking about
every
her.
day.
and when
wants
she
those
was
kids-
transitioning, like she got those off the rack. She could pick whatever.
Right,
Exactly.
that's what I mean.
Right.
wanted.
She wanted a conversational landmine.
It's not like they're natural tits. If they're natural tits, you can't do nothing. Well, you can do something about
So
that.
she's
but-
on like the last page of the menu.
Exactly.
She's going
Yes.
through being like,
Those are
bring
custom.
them out. No, bring 'em-
Also, doesn't look
Those are
like she
custom.
was wearing any support.
Well, I don't think that.
There's
happens.
it's just
Yeah,
letting
do
them
they make
fucking
bras
fly.
that big? You'd need like a fucking bed sheet.
2 bowling bags. Like
Yeah,
what do you
I
want?
don't know, but
Call
like
up your guy.
Yeah, I'll call Mr. Simmons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mr. Simmons.
Mr. Simmons, I got this woman over here.
You
She's
just
got
hear me out here,
massive
Mr. Simmons.
Bowling ball tits. Man, I'm drilling a 12-pounder right now. Call me later.
I don't think a lot of people know that reference.
Yeah,
It's
I know.
okay.
It's okay.
It's
The
all right.
people who do.
You guys
will
haven't
enjoy it.
earned the right to laugh at that one.
All right, that's the rundown. Merch Blues is going on. Use code Eddie if you want.
No,
some.
No,
you-
use
Oh,
code
fuck
T. Yeah,
you,
that's
you
such
piece
a
of
fucking.
shit.
That was Bush
You
League right
fucking
there.
Commodore Little North Side
I have
bitch.
offered the Barada Gang. If we win, you can draft for me in a draft. That's-
I
that's the
offered
best way.
5,000 of my winnings if I win to
I declined.
someone who sends me a receipt.
I love the fact that Smitty just was like, I'll give you $8,000.
No. He said he'd give all 15.
Okay, so he's 7,000 in the hole.
Yeah.
because of taxes.
He tried to one up me, and I tried to one up fucking what's his face. Someone. I tried
Doesn't
to one up
matter
someone who was
because-
also
And if you
offering
don't know
cash
what we're
prizes.
talking about, the Barstool Sports store is on sale for 10% off everything. If you use people's names for promo codes,
Chief.
we are competing for a prize.
$15,000 cash prize to whoever.
You
sells
said
the most
25 in your video.
merch. I did say that because I read Hank's email and said 25. He was talking about the total amount
Gotcha.
of prizes, but it doesn't matter.
That did
I'm
confuse
giving
me too.
$5,000 of my winnings to someone who sends me a receipt.
All right.
I'll actually probably be close in the hole after that. I don't think these things through too often. That's fine. No, 15
Dave, you
it'd be
are.
like 8.
I will say that you are becoming more self-aware than you were maybe 18 months ago.
I've always been self-aware.
So never mind. I take it back.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
I don't know what you're talking.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the rundown.